Gary and I worked together through Joan because for over 20 years, the rodeo and the Tucson Open, whatever PGA Tour event you wanted to call it, PGA Tour Champions, World Golf Championships, that the Tucson Conquistadors operated, most often we were opposite the rodeo. And we always worked together with Joan. I don't know how she handled both events. Gary and I would always talk about that. But unfortunately, Joan could not be here today. She's moved to Las Vegas. And I just have to say, the Conquistadors didn't add, the rodeo didn't add, the first T Tucson where I am now, we did an ad in honor of Joan. And Don Rigoli, our graphic artist that we worked with for years, both Don and I were designing our first tee ad. We said, we need Joan. We don't even know what to do. So with that, Joan was just a all-around great gal, just did everything, a brilliant woman, but her honesty and integrity and everything she did. Luckily, we never had many crises, but we knew if we had one, that Joan was the person that we know.
Over 30 years ago, I made probably the greatest decision that I ever made in my life, and that was to hire Joan Lees to come over for the rodeo. We talked her away from her position as general manager at Old Tucson, and we were her first client, and we remained as long as she was in business. Probably our most famous collaboration with Judy and the Conquistadors was, and she wasn't sure what she was getting into when we did this, but we gave the golf tournament an entry in the rodeo parade for the players' wives to sit on a wagon and ride the rodeo parade. In return, Judy gave us, in the Pro-Am, a foursome of cowboys. Now these are professional rodeo cowboys. Actually, there were three of them. I forget the pro that they played with, but I do know that all three turned out their livestock the next day so that they could go back to the golf tournament and watch the golf tournament. Joan was instrumental in putting that together, and it is a prime example of her creativity and the fact that she would leave no stone unturned in coming to a solution to figure out how to best market the rodeo and the golf tournament. I know Joan would be honored and deeply appreciative if she were able to be with us. And the first thing she wanted me to say is congratulations to the other inductees. You all deserve it. Thank you.